Is Afghanistan's Taliban regime pro-Pakistan, like everybody was saying last year, or is it pro-India? What is Taliban's foreign policy? You had said in August 2021 that Taliban is not anti-India, and India should find ways to cooperate with Taliban. Has your prediction proved accurate? Okay, if is Afghanistan's Taliban regime pro-Pakistan, like everyone was saying? Do you think it's pro-Pakistan? No, the Taliban regime is absolutely not pro-Pakistan. They may have been created by the Pakistanis, yes, in the 1990s through during the time of Benazir Bhutto, etc., by the ISI and all. But the Taliban are almost exclusively Pashtuns, and they are all Pashtun nationalists, and they have a massive territorial dispute with Pakistan. They seek the so-called Pashtunistan region back, the northwest frontier province, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, all those regions. They seek them back. Yes, that is the legacy of the British Raj, actually. I will not go into that story. So there is a big territorial dispute between Pakistan and Afghanistan, and the Taliban resent the fact that the Pakistanis think that they still own them and they can still control Afghanistan, which is not happening. And you can see, intermittent reports from time to time of border clashes between Afghanistan and the Pakistanis. Yes, so that's an ongoing thing. And if you want to see the kind of sentiment the people of Afghanistan have towards Pakistan, you only need to see the reaction in the aftermath of various cricket matches. Yeah, the Afghans hate Pakistan. Yeah, so the Taliban is not pro Pakistan. Is it pro India? Not quite pro India, but it is certainly more pro India than pro Pakistan. I mean, India is still training various Afghan officials, maybe soldiers, etc. Yeah, I'm not sure to what extent it's happening, but recently I had seen some news of a plane that landed in Kabul from Delhi with trained officers, which is clearly officers that are under the Taliban regime. Yeah, so there is cooperation happening. India has reopened various embassies or whatever in Afghanistan to some extent with the full cooperation and approval of the Taliban. And the Taliban, they have no issue with India. Absolutely not. Yeah. So it is not exactly a pro-India regime, but it's much more friendly and positively inclined towards India than it is towards Pakistan. Yeah. Now the other part of the question: what is Taliban's foreign policy? The Taliban don't have much of a foreign policy. They welcome investments in Afghanistan, whoever does it, whether it is China or Russia or India. They have invited India to continue what India was doing, building up Afghanistan, building Afghanistan infrastructure and all that. And they have, I'm sure, given assurances of security and all that. So that's the limited foreign policy they have. They don't want much interference in their nation. They want to govern their nation as they see fit, and that's what's happening. uh, I had said in August 2021, yes, the American withdrawal from Afghanistan happened in August 2021. They just pulled out overnight without informing anyone, right? Almost like that's what happened. It was a period of great chaos in Afghanistan. Yeah, and all those terrible scenes on the Kabul runway airport and all that. So I had said that at that time I had done 2 or 3 live streams about Afghanistan, of the Afghanistan crisis, and I had indeed said, like Vinu says at the time, that the Taliban is not anti-India. They don't hold any grudges against India. They may actually be positively inclined towards India because the Pashtuns, the Afghans, have benefited a lot from the development work India has done in Afghanistan. The Americans, they poured in a lot of money into Afghanistan, but that was mostly used to give bribes and to buy politicians. The investments that India has done in Afghanistan actually serve the Afghan people, whether it is dams, whether it is public buildings, whether it is investments in agriculture. It all serves the common man, woman, and child. And the Taliban, their families have also benefited from that. So if you look at the individual Taliban foot soldier and even the officers, etc., they would actually have some kind of positive feeling towards India. So I had said at that time that the Taliban is not anti-India, and you can see in the past year, has Taliban done a single thing that is anti-India? You can see lots of clashes with Pakistan. But have you seen a single thing that is in India? There were many Indian officials in Kabul when this entire thing was happening, when the scenario was unfolding. The Taliban did not stop India from taking out all of its citizens. They did not, you know, uh, hinder India in any way, and they cooperated with India even at that time, in that time of chaos. And after that time, there has not been a single anti-India action taken by the Taliban. So I had indeed said that India should find ways to cooperate with the Taliban. I think this is happening at various levels. It will not be publicized. It will not be, tom-tommed from the rooftops. But yes, it's indeed happening, uh, at a variety, at various levels. So I think my prediction has indeed proved accurate. I mean, the things I said, it actually, most people did not agree with it. Most people thought that Taliban will be a major security issue for India, and we will see a upsurge of terrorism and violence in Kashmir and various parts of India. Absolutely none of that has happened. Like I said, it would not happen. So I think my predictions vis-a-vis Afghanistan have proven to be more or less accurate.